Hello, everybody. This is Greg29407 back with another episode of City of Heroes. Well, here we are with Deep Freeze. He is our radiation ice stalker, and we're in downtown Praetoria, right behind our main contact, Praetor White. And we got our ninja run on right now. And we had just started this whole new character in a whole new starting area on a whole new server. We're on Thunder Spy server. And we just did our first series of missions, and right now we have a mission to go rescue the PPD, Praetorian Police Department. They're trapped in tunnels. I put my hide back on. That is a nice costume, by the way. I really like the costume. Put our hide back on, and go scamper over here and see what we can do. I believe that these guys are going to be fighting in the tunnels against the ghouls. And again, the ghouls, I think, are one of the worst enemy groups in the entire game. They're just a pain in the neck, and they come at you from level 1, so it's just not good. So we're down in the tunnels, of course. This is one of the advantages of playing a stalker on Praetoria. We need to find Officer Tep. Here's some enemies. We will bypass all of them. Yeah, these Praetorian missions can get a little bit tedious. Let's see here. We can find the way in. A lot of enemies. A lot of enemies. Long tunnels. This is kind of like those lab missions on a hero side. They just go on and on and on. Okay, there's Officer Tep. Let's take this guy on first. Oh, miss. Come on, that's not fair. Come on. Oh, good heavens. All right, good. That'll help out. All right. Thanks, Deep Freeze. Sarge still needs our help. Okay, so 2 more PPD officers to rescue. Rescue Sergeant Hastings. Okay, well, he's the big guy. All right, good. Try this again. Nice. Glad for your assistance. Rescue one last PPD officer, and oh, that was Officer Hesh. So I have to find Officer Hastings. All right, so I'm going to put this on hold until I find the next step and be right back. All right, here is Sergeant Hastings, and now we need to rescue one last PPD officer and lead Sergeant Hastings out. Uh-oh. They can see me. All right. The gloves are off. It's irritating. Oh boy. Great. Okay, well I am going to put this on hold while we fight our way through to the surface. And because it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, this is another thing. They have a lot of ambushes in here. I forgot about that. A lot of these missions have ambushes. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, we got him to the exit with minimal problems. Man, he just kept getting stuck on the staircase, but we finally got him out of there. All right, let's go talk to our contact again. Okay, good job, Deep Freeze. It sounds like Sergeant Hastings and his team discovered that the Resistance was planning a large coordinated attack on the Ministry of Information. Now that we know that, they'd be fools to try it. First the Ministry of Technology, and now the Ministry of Information. I wonder what it is they're really after. The Resistance have shown that they have plans within plans, and that what appears to be a full-scale attack is actually just a diversion. All in all, it's not a bad day's work for the PPD. But hopefully this little adventure of theirs will filter in through the ranks and remind them that if it was the Powers Division, not the beat cops, who are going to end the resistance movement. Sorry about that. Part 3. Well, things seem to have calmed down a bit, at least enough for me to feel comfortable sending you on a little errand while I keep my eye on things. It ain't flashy, but it needs done. There's a personal favor for yours truly. I need you to get some flowers for my lady. Flowers? I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this either. Listen, Deep Freeze, when Cleo's unhappy, I'm unhappy, and nobody wants to be unhappy, right? Head over to the flower vendor near the transit station and pick up some synthetic yellow roses. Cleo likes those best. Oh, yeah, I remember this. So I think this is just a thing where they want us to get used to some of the... these are new technology for this part of the game, because this is several years after the game had first come out, so you're going to do some things like this. Here's the flower vendor. Looking for a rather sharp today. Perhaps I can interest you in some tulips or nice floral arrangement. Everything's... what do you want? Roses. I'll tell her I want roses for Praetor White's lady. All right. Certainly. While I check my inventory, it's been a repeat customer of late. I surmise his purchase of roses for his lady are part of a human mating ritual. All right. Yeah, I'll do some chocolate too. Magnificent choice. The combination of chocolates and roses has a 78% chance of a positive response. Okay, ask about what else is this. Oh, he has, he's out of roses. Terribly embarrassed, appear to have nothing in stock. Jeez. All right. Who bought all the roses? I cannot give you the details. That's where they went. Number of citizens purchased and then took their flowers with them to honor the people who killed in yesterday's terrorist attacks. Looks as if you're going to have to go find your own roses in the Magisterium Gardens. Open your mini map and see where you can find roses in the Magisterium Gardens. Okay. So see these little hot spots over here. Okay, this is glowing bush. Okay. And the reason for this is just to give us access to another contact, I think. Deliver roses to Cleopatra. Fortunately, this is all pretty closely tight together. Get rid of the roses and the chocolates. Oh, and chocolates. All right. Michael put you up to this. Yes, he did. No, actually, they're a gift from me. Who's Michael? Yeah, I don't want to get that guy mad at me. Well, Michael thought he was sorry before. He's going to be real sorry when I have a word with him later. That man's got to learn that you have to say the words for it to count. Did I do something wrong? Not at all. Now get back to Mr. Alpha Dog and tell him that you did the roses were a fine gift. No sense in having him throw a tantrum at you on account of personal business. Don't worry about me. The two people in the world that can handle my man, Emperor Cole, and myself. All right. Head back over here. A little fetch quest. Did you like them? All right, good. Dodge that bullet. You ain't half bad. All right. Finale for this story arc. You may think my job is pretty cushy, huh, Deep Freeze? Well, this isn't all flexing for cameras and sipping mimosas with the lady, let me tell you. Sometimes being in charge, you have to deal with some really stormy piles of red tape. And this is one of those times. I want you to head down to Gravitech Labs. I've got a job down there that needs your attention for detail. Can I count on you? Inspect Gravitech Labs. Listen, it's nothing fancy, just a routine inspection of the labs. The thing is, I got wind that a PPD squad went in there to inspect the labs, led by Captain Duval from Precinct 5. The PPD aren't scheduled to inspect the place for a few weeks, which makes me suspicious. Duval could just be trying to flex his muscles a little bit to show he can still handle the job, but it could be something else. Everyone sees me from a mile off. Someone always snitches that the big old dog is coming, so this time I'm sending you there to do the inspection for me. Might help to have someone who ain't smashing the front door down, you know? Just be careful. Some of the PPD guys don't like that my Powers Division boys are better than them, and they might see you as walking into their jurisdiction. Show them your teeth and they'll back down. Just don't try to hurt them too badly. We're supposed to be working together. Oh, did it right there. Okay. So let's go down to Gravitech Labs. Right down the street here. Notice we don't see any other players here. That's one of the problems with the gold side of the game. Sometimes if you play like red side, it's a little harder to find enough players to get a team going. But gold side is just almost impossible, really. It's kind of disappointing because when they first started the going rogue thing back in the day, this place was packed with players just because it was brand new and there was everyone here. I remember I got a super group that was formed here as well. It was a lot of fun. All right, I think this is going to be an ambush mission. Everyone's our friend until we get ambushed. Oh, this guy, shh. Alrighty. Captain Duval, how can I help you? Here to conduct Praetor White's inspection of this lab. I see, how very unexpected. Well, as you can see, we're inspecting the labs right now, so there's no need for you to be here. I'm under strict orders, Captain. I see, that's unfortunate for you then. You mean to push the issue? Not push, shove. Ooh, that didn't do as much damage as I had hoped. Yeah, that was not as good as I wanted. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, darn it. I didn't need to take that after all. I just leveled up. Daggum. I wasted my giant and super valuable inspiration. I could have sold for a lot of money. Oh well. Stop the resistance plot. All right. Going to hide. Look like there's going to be some there's going to be some more ambushes, it looks like. Okay, we're going to fight everybody in here. All right, so I'm going to put this on hold until I clear out the room, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just had to fight those two guys that are standing here. They would have both been yellow to me if I hadn't leveled up when I did. And they put a good hurting on me too. Whoops, I'm going to get out of here. More ambushes even after the mission's over. So I didn't see how many reward merits I got on that. I got 4. All right. see. So the terrorists made a play for one of our labs. Well, I got a lot of points for that. Look at that. I almost leveled up again. They're getting brave or desperate. Either way, it's dangerous. We've got clockwork set on cutting through the cell doors to free the scientists they sealed in the labs below. They have a lot of questions to answer for how this all went down. It looked like you handled yourself pretty well in there, Deep Freeze. You cracked some skulls, saved the day, and walked away in one piece. I dare say you almost impressed me, which is more than I can say for Captain Duval. You know what, Deep Freeze? I like how you're not afraid to get someone else's blood on your fist. From now on, I'm looking the other way when you bust them up. You know what I'm saying? Heh. All right. Oh, that's it. Well, heck, I better level up and talk to this guy in person. He's now moved over to my inactive. Yeah, I think because I need to level up again. You got no time until get there. Yeah, I'm going to do some other missions. This guy. Nothing. Okay. So I'm going to go level up. To about level 4. I get level 3 and level 4. And I'll be right back. Okay, I leveled up to level 4, and as soon as I did, I got a message that I could talk to Provost Marchand. That first guy we met when we were in the tunnels when we first started. I could just call him up on the phone, but I want to see where his little lair is. Nice, look at that. That is really cool looking. There's a magisterium there, and that's where Praetor White is. All right. What can I do for you? Ask about available missions. Okay, so we got 2 choices here. Let's see here. Do you know about Deputy Assistant Information? He's an up-and-comer within the government. He has a lot of ambition to ask me to contact you. Normally, I wouldn't send you his way, but if you're looking for a chance to make a name for yourself here, the Deputy Assistant is the way to go. He has a habit of finding information on things that should not be found. Deputy Assistant of Information is the start of a power storyline for Loyalists. Those who are in power use the law in their own benefit, whether it be to gain power, fame, or glory. If they do help the people of Praetoria, it's only because it happened to fit into their own plans. People who follow the power path are often praised by the people as heroes while hiding the true agenda. Do you know about Chief Interrogator Washington? I'm sure he knows you. It's his job to keep various departments in Praetoria together and investigate possible crimes. He's heard of your work in the Powers Division and wants to start some cases with you. Chief Interrogator Washington is the start of the responsibility storyline for Loyalists. Those who follow this path of responsibility seek to protect the people of Praetoria without oppressing them. They seek to enforce the law for the peace and the safety of everyone, not for their own gain. Well, I think for this character, the way I've got him laid out, he would definitely go with his second choice to help out the people. So I think that's the direction we're going to go in. Be careful with Washington. He has the mind of a jackal and the body of a lion. If you have any thoughts of siding with the terrorists, he'll know right away. Okay, sounds fine. So we're going to go meet this guy. Okay, let's see where we're at here. They did a really good job with seeing the inside and the outside of the buildings like that. Again, for older graphics, that's not bad at all. There we go. Oh, here he is right here. Chief Interrogator Washington. Hello, Deep Freeze. My name is Washington. I assume that Marchand has already given you the introductions. I'll cut to the chase. If you're here talking to me, it means you're out to keep the peace. You're out to keep Praetoria safe. I can use more people like you by my side. There are too many show-offs in the Powers Division and even the PPD. You can see it reflected in the state of Praetoria. Destroyers lounging around, even those resistance scum making their way into the surface. Someone needs to enforce the law and keep the peace. That's going to be us. Let's get started. White told me to be expecting you, Deep Freeze. He said you had some worth to you. We'll be putting that to the test. We've got a situation here in Nova Praetoria where we've been keeping hushed up. But my men in the PPD have finally gotten some leads, so now's the time is the right to call in the Powers Division for assistance, which brings us to you. Part is called Hit List as Part 1. Deep freeze. Over the last few days, corporate CEOs have been winding up dead. Lots of them. Near as we can tell, there are assassinations, although we have no idea who would be next. Thanks to a unique murder method, a monowire garrote, we know that the assassin is Sig Bowman, a Syndicate hitman. We've had the Seers scanning for unusual activity, and we think we've got something. That's where you come in. I need you to check this out for me. The Seers detected heightened anxiety levels within the Carpo Corporation, and our attempts to make contact with anyone inside the building have failed. This stinks to Bowman's MO. I'm sending you over there to find the CEO, Ms. Danielle Fields, and get her safely to PPD custody. We need answers, not more dead bodies. Oh, the Seers. We know the Seers from Arachnos. In this case, the Seers, they operate like those people in Minority Report, that movie with Tom Cruise, where they can kind of see crime happening and try and flush it out before it actually happens, that kind of thing. So that's their operations here. Okay, let's go in here and see if we can save this lady. Uh-oh. There she is. Unconscious on the ground. Check her vital signs. You roll Miss Fields over to check her vital and see that her throat has been cut by monowire garrote. Close your eyes and search for the killer. Heck. Uh-oh. Those guys can see me? First piece of invention salvage, okay. Go invisible. There you go. Nice. Yeah, we know that. Okay, that little spot's still on the floor. Stop Sig Bowman. All right, well, I will. Tell me where he's at. This seems like it's a little messed up here. Let's see if I can wander around a little bit and figure out what's supposed to happen here. Striker. Oh, we got something going on over here. Nope. It's more down this way. There's regular bad guys in here. Ah. There he is. All right, let's kill him. Got a third power now, which didn't do much. Shoot. Got him. That's the way to do it. Let's see what the clue says. Sig Bowman is a name well known in the Syndicate underworld. As a high-priced hitman, Sig has always delivered goods on his contracts. His calling card is assassination by monowire garrote, an outlawed piece of hardware that uses monofilament wire to cut through flesh, bone, and even body armor. It appears that someone in the Syndicate hired Sig to execute Mrs. Danielle Fields, CEO of the Carpo Corporation, and the other murder victims. Whatever their motive was, most likely died with Miss Fields, but Washington might be able to get some answers from this scumbag. You picked up Sig's smartphone. From the look of it, there are no recent calls in memory. He either erased it or had it put in some other purpose. Right? Goes back to Washington. Oops. We don't have his phone number yet. Okay, let's see what he says to say. I'll begin questioning Mr. Bowman shortly. Oh, we didn't kill him. Oh, okay. I thought we killed the guy. Until then, I noticed you have this smartphone. May I see it for a moment? No calls, no numbers. Interesting. Ah, very clever. Mr. Bowman has an application that lists establishments he has checked into recently, a popular pastime amongst citizens. You notice anything about the list? Look at the numbers next to each location. Most of them are restaurants with several visits each, but a handful are the addresses of a number of office buildings around the city. Only one of them has one visit, while the other ones two. Those are the ones that we have recently had their CEOs assassinated. I believe we found Sig Bowman's hit list. I think we're working out well together, Deep Freeze. Let's make sure things stay that way. Part 2. There's only one person left on Bowman's hit list, Deep Freeze, Charles Monroe, the CEO of Syndicate Industries. We're not waiting for the Seers to report on a disturbance. I want you to go in and bring him into custody now for his own protection. Bring Monroe into custody. Remember, just because the Seers haven't detected any disturbances doesn't mean there isn't a danger. If anything changes, the Seers will alert you. Get in there and bring Monroe out. Don't accept any resistance on this matter. All right. Why I'm getting so bad at reading these things, I have no idea. Oops. Alrighty. Oh boy, yeah, that guy's level 6. He's red. Yeah, we are still low level here. So let's go save this guy. Everything seems quiet. Deep Freeze, the Seers are detecting panic patterns. Open your mind to us. In your vicinity, be alert. Okay. There's bad guys everywhere in here. There's some big hallways. Holy moly. Going all over the place. There he is. Okay. Let's kill this dude first. I got both of them, but didn't do much damage. Oh, it did a lot of damage to that guy, though. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, I gotta lead him out. Heck. This is gonna be tough. And he can't see me. Oh, great. I've got to kill everyone and then drag him along. All right. So I'm going to put this on hold I kill all these bad guys and clear a path for that dude. I'll be right back. All right, here's the exit door. We cleared the path for Mr. Monroe. There we go. Got a clue. Let's see what it says here. Full Syndicate. Okay, we did all that. Okay. Charles Monroe, the CEO of Syndicate Industries, an upstanding citizen. He's agreed to cooperate fully with the authorities in tracking down who is behind the attempt not only on his life, but the murders of over half a dozen of Praetoria's corporate and social elite. Go back into hiding here. See what we need to do next. Charles Monroe just entered PPD headquarters. I spoke with him briefly while he was en route, and it appears that one of the corporate rivals may be responsible for proposing a bounty on Monroe's head to the Syndicate in order to eliminate the competition. I suppose there's one method to achieve a hostile takeover. As for a Syndicate fighting amongst one another, it's likely that there is competition for the bounty. Either that or someone in the Syndicate doesn't want Monroe dead, which could be very interesting. Part 3. Charles Monroe has indicated Erica Swift, the CEO of Swift Microcoms, is most likely behind the attempt on his life. From what I know of Ms. Swift, that doesn't seem to be the type to hire a syndicate to kill a corporate rival, but then again, the syndicate is notoriously difficult to spot without serious investigations. I want you to accompany me as I pay Ms. Swift a little visit. I have a sense of these things, Deep Freeze. Ms. Swift's background is too clean, and that means she's hiding something. Well, maybe not. Just follow my lead and we'll have her singing in no time. All right, it's pretty close, so we'll just run over there. Let's see what's going on with all these corporate CEO types. Been informed of our arrival. We better make sure she doesn't leave on an unscheduled business trip. All right. Question Mrs. Swift. Oops. I guess we'll be fighting after all. Watch this. Watch what this proton thing does. It's a cone, and it slowly whittles them down. I don't have anything slotted in it yet, of course. Nice. It gives it like a little contaminated thing. Very handy. This guy's name is Rico. Not very stalkerish type mission that we're doing here. Okay. What does our map look like here? Let's head this way then. Whoops. I missed it. Look, we got some more coming. Kennedy. All right. Here comes some more. There we go. Man. Let's see why they gave us a helper. Latore. Man. Okay, that was quite a few enemies. We're working our way there. Ah, there she is. And she's got some psi powers. There's a lot of psi power enemies in Praetoria. Got him. Let's see what the clue says. Erica Swift, CEO and founder of Swift Microscom, sinister syndicate underboss, and unregistered psychic. Even looking at her now, you have a hard time imagining that this woman is a member of the secret society which seeks to undermine the authority of Emperor Cole. All right, let's go. Okay, let's see what happens next. Miss Swift is in custody, and the entire building is on lockdown as we investigate everyone in connection to the Syndicate. We're getting some disturbing reports, but I'll get to those in a moment. You did well under Deep Freeze. I can see why Michael put a good word in for you about me. Put in a good word for you with me. Finale, Wolf in a Wool Suit. Ms. Swift has taken her interrogation very well. She's already provided me with some intriguing information, namely that she isn't the only member of the Syndicate in this curious case. It appears that Charles Monroe and every other CEO on Mr. Bowman's hit list are high-ranking Syndicate members. It just so happens that Mr. Monroe has returned to his office, no doubt to destroy any and all evidence of his involvement. I need you to stop him. This isn't some corporate scandal we've stumbled upon, Deep Freeze. This is a Syndicate gang war unfolding right under our nose. Something's happening in the Syndicate and the blood's spilling into the streets. We need to put a stop to it, but in order to do that, we need to bring Monroe back into custody, or you can be sure that another hit will be ordered, and that will endanger innocent lives. Players who originally chose resistance now have the opportunity to call up Calvin Scott to inform him of current events. Messages such as this will appear in missions where this is possible. If you originally did not choose to be a resistance, which we did not, you cannot do undercover resistance work in Loyalist missions. You can do undercover work against the resistance in their missions. Players who change their faction can still do undercover work on the side they originally chose. So we can switch all sorts of sides if we want to. All right, well, that other building is right there. So let's finish up the story arc, and then we'll call it a day on this episode. This is getting a little longer than I planned. Since we don't have to rescue anybody in here, we just have to arrest the bad guy. I'm going to go find it. Hey, wait, we just went. This is the same office we were in, but yet it looks totally different now. What's going on here? Oh, server going down in 30 minutes. Oops. Okay. Heck. Let's find Charles Monroe quick before the server goes down. Oh boy. Here he is. Oh, did I turn my power off here? Oh, here we go. I apologize for my deception. You must think me a wolf in sheep's clothing. Not a wolf, just a common criminal in an expensive suit. I am just a common man in an expensive suit, Deep Freeze, but my status as a criminal remains solely in your hands. What are you getting at? We're at a crossroads, my friend. You can arrest me, or you can join with me. Think of it, man. We could accomplish together with the wealth of your power. Well, no, I'm not gonna. I'm a supporter of Emperor Cole. This guy is against Emperor Cole, so I'm gonna fight him. So be it. Oh, darn it! That was a mistake. Oh, he put me to sleep. Okay, there we go. Put me to sleep again. Dadgummit. Got him. My proton attack. How you guys like that? Oh, this guy liked me. I missed him. Oops. Try it again. All right. Well, heck, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here. We took care of that pretty good. That will take me to level 6. Hey, I'll get my assassination thing. All right, let's talk to Washington. Big XP. We're leveling up really nicely here. Amazing work, my friend. You've managed to cage 2 high-ranking members of the Syndicate. Unfortunately, there is still a burning question, and one which I fear may take some time to learn the answer to. What has caused the Syndicate to turn on itself? I trust that Mr. Monroe and Mrs. Swift will provide the answers in time. Until then, I believe the bloodshed may have only just begun. There aren't a lot of people I can trust, Deep Freeze. Oh, and as much personal thing as a symptom of the job. You, however, I feel like I can trust. I've got someone I think you should meet. Cleopatra. Yeah, that's who we gave the roses to. I think you should meet with Cleopatra. You know, Praetor White's girlfriend. Don't let her kind words fool you. She's as dangerous as they come. Sharp, sexy, and driven, just like the queen she was named after. All right, so I'm going to go level up. We have a new contact, and that'll be set for next episode. So until next time, this is Greg29407 along with Deep Freeze saying au revoir, and we'll see you next time.